Ever wondered why some people effortlessly capture attention when they enter a room, while others seem to fade into the background? What's the secret to being the person everyone notices and admires? In this video, we're diving into the art of body language and how it can transform you into someone who exudes high value. Take this video as your roadmap to becoming the kind of person who naturally commands respect and stands out in any crowd. And don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons to show your support. Let's get started. 1. Confident posture. Let's say you're standing and you want to look confident and attractive to others. First off, don't stand too close with your feet together. That makes you seem a bit shy or submissive. Instead, spread your feet a bit apart, not too wide, just comfortably apart. Now here's a cool trick. Put one foot slightly forward. It's like you're leaning into the conversation, showing you're engaged and interested. This is called the forward foot position. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm here, and I'm open to what's going on." Next, think about your back. You know how sometimes when you're tired you might slouch a bit? Well, don't do that. Keep your back straight. Imagine a string pulling you up from the back of your head down to your tailbone. It keeps you standing tall and confident. Hold your head high, not like you're looking down on people, but just proudly. Imagine you're wearing an invisible crown, and you want to show it off a bit. Lift your chest a little. It's like saying, "I'm ready for whatever comes my way." Now the shoulders. Don't let them droop forward. Instead, pull them back and down a bit. It's like you're preparing for something awesome. This whole package: wide stance, forward foot, straight back, head up, chest out, and shoulders back and down, creates this vibe of confidence and attractiveness. People will see you as someone who's not afraid, someone who's ready for whatever life throws at them. 2. Hand positioning. The way you position your hands can say a lot about you without you even realizing it. Firstly, avoid crossing your legs or arms. When you cross your legs, especially in a tight or closed way, it can make you look like you're holding back or not very sure of yourself. It's like putting up a little wall between you and others. Crossing your arms can give off a vibe that you're defensive or not open to what's going on around you. Now think about what to do with your hands. It's all about finding a middle ground, a balanced approach. One hand in your pocket gives off a relaxed and casual vibe. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm comfortable here, just chilling." The other hand can be doing its own thing, maybe hanging by your side or casually resting on a surface. Another option is clasping your hands behind your back. It's a bit like a power move, showing you're confident and not afraid to take on whatever comes your way. It's a strong and attractive look, especially if you're in a situation where you want to convey authority. Now the key is to mix it up a bit. You can use a combination of gestures to keep things interesting. Maybe one hand is in your pocket, while the other is gesturing or resting on your hip. This creates a dynamic and engaging appearance, showing you're comfortable and in control without being too rigid. 3. Walking with confidence. Walking with confidence is not just about getting from point A to point B. It's a powerful tool for making a positive impression. Imagine you're striding into a room full of people, and you want to convey that you know where you're going and that you're comfortable in your own skin. Here's how you can break down the key elements. Lead with your inside foot. When you walk, pay attention to which foot you naturally lead with. The inside foot is the one closer to the center of your body. Leading with this foot gives the impression that you're purposeful and know where you're headed. Maintain a slight sway in your shoulders. Picture a subtle side-to-side movement in your shoulders as you walk. This slight sway is like a gentle, confident rhythm. It's not an exaggerated swagger, but a natural, easy movement. This motion accentuates your masculinity. Think of it as a subtle, confident dance of the upper body while you move forward. It adds a touch of grace and purpose to your strides. Keep a steady gaze forward. Imagine your eyes as the headlights of a car, always focused on the road ahead. Keeping a steady gaze forward signals that you're aware of your surroundings and confident in your path. It's not about staring intensely, but maintaining a relaxed and determined look. Your eyes become a guide, setting your direction and showing that you're not easily swayed or distracted. Relaxed hands and natural walking pace. Let your hands hang naturally by your sides, avoiding tension or stiffness. This relaxed posture indicates that you're comfortable and at ease. As for your pace, think of it as a casual, comfortable stroll. Not too fast or too slow, just a natural rhythm that aligns with your own body. It's not a race, it's about moving with purpose while remaining at ease. 4. Sitting with authority. If you're in a chair, and you want to sit in a way that shows you're in control but also paying attention. First off, don't sit with your legs close together. That's a bit too reserved and can make you seem unsure. Instead, go for a wider sitting position. Spread your knees apart a bit. It's a more confident look. Now here's where the magic happens. While you're in this wide position, don't just sprawl out like you own the place. That might come off as a bit too much. Instead, adopt what we call the starter's position. Picture a runner at the starting line of a race. They're ready, focused, but not overly laid back. So, in this starter's position, keep your legs a bit apart, but have one hand down on your leg and maybe the other resting on the armrest or your knee. It's like you're poised for action but still paying attention to what's going on around you. Now, why do we do this? Well, it's about balance. You want to show that you're confident, comfortable, and not afraid to take up space. But at the same time, you don't want to look disconnected or uninterested. The starter's position brings a bit of both. It's like saying, I'm here, I'm confident, but I'm also engaged and ready for whatever comes next. 5. Mastering communication. Communication is not just about the words we say. It's a dance of body language, facial expressions, and hand movements. Imagine a conversation as a silent film. Your body and face are the actors conveying the story. This is what we call non-verbal communication. Think of posture as the first impression you give before saying a word. Stand tall with your shoulders back, like you're ready to take on the world. It's not just about looking confident, it's about feeling it. Imagine a string pulling you up from the back of your head to your tailbone, creating a straight line. This simple trick helps you maintain an upright, confident posture. 6. Maintain mystery. Maintaining mystery is like keeping a little bit of intrigue about yourself, making people curious and interested in getting to know you better. Imagine you're telling a story, and instead of revealing every detail, you leave some parts unsaid, creating a sense of wonder. In the same way, when you interact with others, don't express all your feelings or thoughts through your facial expressions or body language. Keep some aspects of yourself a bit mysterious. Let's liken it to this scenario. You know when you watch a movie, and the main character doesn't reveal everything about themselves at the beginning? You're drawn in, wanting to discover more about them as the story unfolds. It's the same in real life. If you show a range of emotions too openly all the time, it's like giving away the plot of the movie too soon. But if you hold back a bit, people become more intrigued by what might be going on beneath the surface. 7. Effective use of hands in communication. Imagine you're telling a story or explaining something to a friend. When you use your hands, you're not just flailing around randomly, you're doing it with a purpose. Here are a few simple tricks to make your hand movements work for you. 1. Pointing. You know how when you say, "Look at that," and you naturally point your finger? That's pointing. It's like saying, "Hey, pay attention to this important thing." 2. Sweeping. Sometimes instead of just pointing, you might sweep your hand across to show the big picture. It's like saying, "Here's the whole situation, not just one part." 3. Framing. Imagine you're outlining something important with your hands. That's framing. You're creating a mental picture of boundaries or time. For instance, saying, "I did this from that age to that age," while using your hands to show a timeline. 4. Cutting. When you want to make a strong, clear statement, you might do a cutting motion with your hand. It's like saying, "This is the way it is, no arguments." It adds a bit of emphasis to your words. Now, why bother with all these hand moves? Well, it keeps things interesting. Imagine a speaker who just stands there like a statue. It's boring. Using your hands helps to underline what you're saying. It's like adding bold or italics to your words, but with your body.